If you're 65 or 80 and can still do this, you're a rare gem and destined to live to 100. Hey there, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. We're all about living healthier, happier, and longer, especially in our golden years. If you're between 65 and 80, or even if you're younger but planning for a vibrant future, today's video is for you. I'm so excited to share something special. The habits and traits that make some seniors absolute gems. People who are not just surviving but thriving in their later years, with a real shot at hitting 100. You know, I recently met a 78-year-old named Margaret at a community center in Ohio. She was laughing, dancing, and telling stories like she was 40. I asked her, "What's your secret?" And she winked and said, "Keep moving, keep loving, and never stop learning." That stuck with me, and it inspired this video. Today, we're diving into 7 specific things that, if you're doing them between 65 and 80, mark you as a rare gem, someone destined for a long, fulfilling life. These aren't just random tips. They're backed by science, stories, and real-life examples from people like Margaret who are living proof. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfy, and let's talk about how you can shine brighter than ever in your senior years. And if you love this kind of content, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a video. Let's get started. 1. You move your body every day, even in small ways. Let's kick things off with something simple but powerful. Movement. If you're 65 or 80 and still making time to move your body daily, whether to walk, gardening, or even chair yoga, you're already ahead of the game. The CDC says adults over 65 should aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate activity a week. And those who do are 33% less likely to face chronic diseases like heart disease or diabetes. Take my friend Tom, a 70-year-old from London. He doesn't run marathons, but every morning he walks his dog around the park for 30 minutes. He says it's not just about exercise. It's about feeling the fresh air, waving to neighbors, and keeping his joint happy. That daily habit keeps his blood pressure in check and his mood sky high. Studies from Harvard show that regular movement boosts brain health. 2. Reducing the risk of dementia by up to 28%. You don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment. Try stretching while watching TV, dancing to your favorite song, or even doing housework with a bit of extra pep. The key is consistency. If you're moving every day, you're building a foundation for longevity. So, tell me in the comments, what's your favorite way to stay active? 2. You nurture strong relationships. Next up is something that warms the heart, relationships. If you're still connecting with friends, family, or even new acquaintances, you're doing something that science says can add years to your life. A study from Brigham Young University found that strong social ties can increase your lifespan by up to 50%. That's huge. I think of my Aunt Clara, who's 76 and lives in Sydney. Every Sunday, she hosts a coffee morning with her book club. They laugh, share stories, and sometimes cry together. Clara says those gatherings make her feel alive and give her something to look forward to. Loneliness, on the other hand, can be as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, according to research. So, how do you keep those connections strong? Call a friend for a chat, join a local club, or volunteer. Even small gestures, like sending a card or texting a grandkid, make a difference. If you nurture relationships, you're not just a gem. You're a magnet for joy and longevity. 3. You keep your mind curious and engaged. If you're still learning, reading, or tackling new challenges, you're a rare gem indeed. Keeping your brain active is like giving it a daily workout, and it's linked to a lower risk of cognitive decline. The National Institute on Aging says lifelong learning can delay Alzheimer's symptoms by years. Let me tell you about George, an 80-year-old from California. He decided to learn Spanish at 75, not because he needed to, but because he wanted to read poetry in its original language. Now, he's fluent enough to chat with his neighbor's family, and he says it's like his brain got a second wind. Studies show that activities like learning a language, playing an instrument, or even doing puzzles can boost memory and problem-solving skills. You don't have to master a new language. Try a crossword, watch a documentary, or take a free online course. The point is to stay curious. If you're doing this, your brain is thanking you, and you're paving the way to 100. 4. You eat with intention, not restriction. Now, let's talk about food, not diets, but eating with intention. If you're choosing foods that nourish you, even most of the time, you're setting yourself up for a long life. The Mediterranean diet, rich in fruits, veggies, whole grains, and healthy fats, is linked to a 20% lower risk of heart disease, according to the American Heart Association. I met Susan, a 68-year-old from Manchester, who transformed her health by making small changes. She didn't give up her favorite fish and chips, but started adding a big salad to her meals and swapping soda for water. She says she feels lighter and has more energy for her grandkids. It's not about perfection, it's about balance. Try filling half your plate with colorful veggies, snacking on nuts instead of chips, or sipping herbal tea. Listen to your body, and don't stress about the occasional treat. If you're eating with intention, you're fueling your body for the long haul. 5. You manage stress with grace. Life throws curveballs, but if you're handling stress with tools like mindfulness, deep breathing, or even a good laugh, you're a rare gem. Chronic stress can raise your risk of heart disease by 40%, says the Mayo Clinic, but managing it can literally save your life. Take Emily, a 72-year-old from Toronto. After losing her husband, she felt overwhelmed but started journaling and meditating for 10 minutes a day. She says it's like pressing a reset button on her soul. Research shows that mindfulness practices can lower cortisol levels and improve sleep, both critical for longevity. You don't need to be a Zen master. Try a quick walk when you're stressed, listen to calming music, or talk to a friend. If you're managing stress, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. 6. You get quality sleep. Sleep is the unsung hero of health, and if you're prioritizing it, you're doing something extraordinary. The National Sleep Foundation says adults over 65 need 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep nightly, and those who have a 36% lower risk of chronic illnesses. I know a guy named Robert, 79, from Chicago. He used to stay up late watching TV, but started a bedtime routine. No screens an hour before bed, a warm cup of chamomile tea, and a dark, cool bedroom. Now, he wakes up refreshed and ready to tackle his day. Sleep isn't just rest. It repairs your body and brain. Try setting a regular bedtime, avoiding caffeine late in the day, or using a white noise machine. If you're sleeping well, you're giving your body the gift of renewal. 7. You hold on to purpose and gratitude. Finally, the most powerful trait of all, purpose and gratitude. If you're waking up with a sense of meaning, whether it's helping others, pursuing a hobby, or simply appreciating life, you're destined for a long, rich life. A study from the Journal of Gerontology found that seniors with a sense of purpose live up to 7 years longer. I'll never forget meeting Helen, an 81-year-old from Bristol. She volunteers at a local animal shelter, saying it gives her joy to care for creatures who need love. She also keeps a gratitude journal, writing 3 things she's thankful for daily. That mindset keeps her heart young. Find what lights you up, whether it's gardening, teaching a grandkid to bake, or supporting a cause. And try gratitude. It's like a hug for your soul. If you're living with purpose, you're not just a gem. You're a legend. Wow, what a journey we've been on today. If you're 65 to 80 and doing even a few of these things, moving, connecting, learning, eating well, managing stress, sleeping, and living with purpose, you're not just a rare gem. You're a shining star with a real shot at hitting 100. And even if you're not there yet, it's never too late to start. Small changes like a daily walk or a phone call to a friend can make a massive difference. I'm so inspired by people like Margaret, Tom, Clara, and Helen, who show us that aging isn't about slowing down. It's about living fully. So, I want to hear from you. Which of these habits are you already doing, and which one are you excited to try? Drop a comment below, and let's inspire each other. If you found this video helpful, please give a thumbs up, share it with someone you love, and subscribe for more tips on living your best life in your golden years. Hit that bell so you don't miss our next video, where we'll dive into more secrets for thriving after 65. Thank you for being here. My friends, you're the real gems. Keep shining, and I'll see you soon.